Welcome to a new test drive from Saudi Auto. The car that we have today with us is the 2019 MG6. The MG6 was premiered at the Guangzhou Motor Show last year and has just touched the ground here in Saudi Arabia. Let's start the test drive. Let's talk about MG. MG is expanding their product range in different segments. They went back to their roots in developing and producing cars, and as you guys may already know, was brought back to life by SAIC Motors. And in 2011, MG started selling cars under new ownership, and now have a new sedan coming from China. The MG6 competes against the Hyundai Elantra, the Toyota Corolla, and Honda Civic. The MG6 was built on the same platform as the Roway i6. The dimensions of the vehicle are 469.4 centimeters in length, 184.8 centimeters in width, 146.5 centimeters in height, and the wheelbase sits at 271.5 centimeters. We made a quick comparison between the MG6 and its competitors in terms of wheelbase, which will now be displayed in front of you. When we get to the fascia of the car, let's talk about the headlights. I think the headlights are very beautiful. They have daytime running LEDs. As well, we talked about the grille earlier, the Star Rider grille. On the sides of the front bumper, you have these turn signals on each side with a plastic carbon fiber. And one of my favorite parts of this car is the lower lip, which is made out of chrome. And from the side of the car, you see sleek lines throughout the car, as well as these door handles that are complemented with chrome. On the windows themselves, you see that it's complemented with chrome as well. On the side of the bottom of the doors, you also have these nice chrome inlets, as well as on the side mirrors, you have these turn signals in a red and black tone, as well as on the side of the front fender, you have this little inlet that says performance that's made out of chrome that gives it a really sporty design. As far as the fenders are concerned, I think that they look like they've been taken out of a lot of Japanese designs. The wheels available are 16, 17, and 18-inch wheels. The rear of the vehicle has this long, elongated window that goes down to the lid of the trunk. This lip on the trunk looks very, very sporty. Aside from that, on the trunk itself, you have this beautiful chrome that's fitted on the outside that leads into these taillights that are running LEDs from the profile to the rear of the vehicle. The bumper in itself has 4 sensors on the back and a rear diffuser that integrates the rectangular exhaust tip into it. The rectangular exhaust tip itself is made out of chrome. MG says that the MG6 is a sedan with an SUV look, but in reality, when you open the trunk, I think it's closer to a hatchback. And SASO, the Saudi Standards Metrology and Quality Organization, also agrees with me because that's how they've classified it. You open the trunk by using the rubber button on the inside of the trunk lid or by using the smart key. The trunk space is 424 liters, and when you fold the rear passenger seats at 60/40, you have an available space of 1,170 liters. When you fold it flat down, you have more space. One thing I would like to have seen would be the ability to flatten the rear passenger seats completely so that it would increase the storage capacity. We have made a quick comparison of the MG6 and its competitors in terms of trunk capacity, which will now be displayed in front of you. On the inside of the trunk, you have 2 handles on either side, and you pull it down to close it. Under the hood, we have a 1.5 liter DCT engine with a turbo that gives an output of 169 horsepower at 5,500 RPM, and the maximum torque is 250 Newton meters at 1,700 to about 4,300 RPM. The weight of the car, without any passengers, is 1,320 kilograms. The fuel tank is 50 liters. The fuel economy of the MG6, according to SASO, is 18.6 kilometers per liter, which is considered to be excellent. I would like to also add that the drivetrain is a front-wheel drive. We made a quick comparison between the MG6 and its competitors in terms of engine capacity, horsepower, and torque, which will now be displayed. We also made a quick comparison between the MG6 and its competitors in terms of fuel economy, fuel tank capacity, and the type of fuel used for each car. It will now be displayed. When you enter the cabin, you immediately sense the sportiness of the car. The seats are leather with two tones, red and black. The dashboard and center console are organized in an ergonomic manner. The center console has an infotainment system that is utilized by an 8-inch touch screen. The buttons on the steering wheel are flush with the wheel, making it easy to operate and grip. The MG6 will be offered in 3 trims, standard or STD, middle range or COM, or the full option, which is referred to as Lux or LUX. The car we have in front of us today is the full option. Together, let's check out the features available in this car. The seats are leather, and the driver has a 6-way power adjustment. The passenger has a 4-way adjustable seat, which is manually operated. The steering wheel is wrapped in leather, and it comes with a sunroof, keyless entry, and I cannot forget to mention the engine start button. The dual-zone air conditioning ensures all occupants in the front and rear cabins are cool and comfortable, while simultaneously filtering out dust and odors from the outside. Paddle shifters are located behind the steering wheel, along with the cruise control selector. Like I said before, the MG6 comes with an 8-inch touch screen, but that isn't the only entertainment feature that it also has. It comes with 6 speakers, 2 USB ports, Bluetooth, and Apple CarPlay. We pulled back the driver's seat as far back as possible to show you guys how much legroom the rear passengers actually have. The rear passenger seats are comfortable. The rear cabin has good headroom and plenty of legroom. In between both rear passengers, we have an armrest that provides cup holders. Air conditioning is also available for rear passengers. The rear passenger seats can fold 60-40. The MG6 offers standard safety features, which include ABS, Assisted Braking System, EBD, the Electronic Brake Force Distribution System, ESP, Electronic Stability Control, and a nifty tire pressure monitoring system. The front passengers, they have front and side airbags. Also, on a side note, when you're reversing, there's rear cross traffic alert system, which will tell you if there's any pedestrians or objects or anything in your rear view camera by alerting you. There's also a rear view camera. We made a quick comparison between the MG6 and its competitors in terms of price and warranty offered by its respected dealer. It will now be displayed in front of you. Now let's get down to my driving impressions. The front suspension in the MG6 is a McPherson suspension system. The rear suspension is a multi-link suspension, which gives a smooth and quiet drive. Essentially, it reduces the vibrations. The materials used around the screen and the instrument cluster, are all really nice, except for this black plastic. But you have to understand that price plays a key role with this. Aside from that, the car is comfortable. The seats are very comfortable. I love the seating position because of the lumbar support that the seats actually give you. Other than that, I find that it can be really exhilarating to drive at times. I find it when you push on the gas, it really responds with speed. Another fun thing that I found about this car is that when you kick the gear lever into sports mode, the instrument cluster becomes illuminated with red, thus giving you a little more sporty feel. Other than that, when you're in sports mode, not very much changes. The steering wheel tightens up, the throttle becomes a little more responsive. The gears don't really change until a higher RPM, giving you the sensation that you're driving a really, really sporty car. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. For additional information, view our website at www.saudiauto.com.sa. And don't forget, follow our social media platforms at Instagram, Facebook, or even Twitter. And I hope you enjoyed today's episode again, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next one. And thank you again.